Welcome to the April 2025 Virtual Town Hall, presented by the South Granville Water and Sewer Authority. My name is Crystal Lee, the Board Secretary, Public Information Officer, and Webmaster at SWGWASA. This session is part of an ongoing commitment to operational excellence and community service. Over the next half hour or so, we'll discuss updates on key initiatives, share important operational information, and address topics relevant to the Granville County community. This town hall marks the first in our new bi-monthly series designed to keep you informed about SWGWASA's projects and services. Before we get started, let's begin with a quick trivia question. Take a wild guess. How many gallons of water does the average person in the U.S. use per day? Take a moment and think about that. We'll reveal the answer shortly. Now let's move into our operational updates. Our billing system has been upgraded to enhance the user experience. The new platform offers easier navigation and improved account management tools, including but not limited to auto-pay enrollment, quick pay options, real-time balance and usage visibility, scheduled payments, pay-by-phone options, faster online payments, and mobile optimization. Setting up your new account is easy. Click Pay My Bill from the header of SWGWASA's official website. From there, you'll be asked to enter your account number. This isn't your old account number. Your new account number has been provided in the April bill. Next, you'll be asked to enter your last payment amount. This may differ from your last bill amount. If you're a new resident, the value would be 0. For added convenience, you can also pay your bill by phone. Just call the automated system using the number on the screen. Learn more at swgwasa.org/bill. As a part of our ongoing digital inclusion efforts, SWGWASA has expanded accessibility across the official website. You will now see a purple icon in the lower right-hand corner of every page. Clicking this icon opens a menu of adaptive tools, including font size and contrast adjustments, friendly font options, screen reader compatibility settings, and more. These tools are designed to ensure that every resident, regardless of ability, can access the information and services they need without barriers. To better serve our Spanish-speaking residents, SWGWASA's website is now mostly accessible in Spanish. You can access the translated version by selecting the language icon located in the header at the top right of any page. Returning to our trivia question, the average person in the U.S. uses approximately 82 gallons of water per day. This underscores the importance of our collective efforts as a community in water and sewer quality management and best practices. Now, let's address some of the questions we've received from the community. Joining me is SWGWASA's Executive Director, Scott N. Schroyer, who will provide insights and responses to your questions.
Thank you, Crystal. Hi, I'm Scott Schroyer, Executive Director for the South Granville Water and Sewer Authority.
Awesome. So we have received quite a few questions from the community, and if you don't mind, I'd love to dive into about one or two of them.
Sure.
Most of them surrounding the I-85 Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project. Director Schroyer, would you mind sharing how this project will impact the residents personally?
Thank you, Crystal. That's a great question. So this is a very large project for the South Granville Water and Sewer Authority, often referred to as SWGWASA. It's about a $75 million project to upgrade our sanitary sewer infrastructure throughout our service area. And our service area includes the town of Stem, the town of Butner, the city of Creedmoor, and also parts of Granville County. So the project focuses on improvements pretty much surrounding the I-85 interstate, and that's why we refer to it as the I-85 Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project. Now, we're not doing any improvements on I-85. Some people think that. So it's just sewer work on either side of the interstate. So in terms of the overall impact or the effects on the communities that we serve, our sewer system currently is under capacity to service certain areas. And under capacity means that basically we can't serve the communities with additional growth or demands for sanitary sewer needs. Now, why is that important? Well, our communities do grow, and it's our responsibility as a utility, both for water and sewer, to provide them with water and sewer utilities and capacities to meet their growth. Now, again, we don't just install sewer lines or water lines to nowhere. We actually work with our communities, their comprehensive plans, their zoning plans, and look at their future as far as their strategic plans to better understand how best we can serve those communities. So at the end of this long project, 3 years yet to go here, we will have capacity for the communities that we serve. In addition to that, we'll have capacities to serve them many years into the future. So overall, it's going to be a great economic development project for all of the communities that are served in South Granville County.
Awesome. And that is a great point to highlight, especially thinking about the next generation and the future of Granville County. That leads me to the next question that we received. Will this project alter the character of our community? And many residents moved here for its small town charm. Will Saguasa's project lead to overdevelopment?
That's a little bit difficult for me to answer, quite honestly, as far as utility. Again, we work towards and in coordination with each community that we serve to better understand their plans and their characters and the projects that they're working on. Now, there's a potential for growth in all of these areas just based on increasing the capacity of the sewer system in the area. In fact, I've had an opportunity over the last couple of years to work with many developers throughout many of our communities talking about future projects. Now, again, I don't control those projects. Saguasa doesn't control those projects. We serve those areas, so I'm aware of a lot of projects that are on the horizon, at least on the planning board, if you will, to be looking at the future. But again, I'm not quite sure how the character will or won't change based on our project. I think that change is inevitable. And I think that that's one thing that we just all have to embrace and work through. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And just to add on to that sentiment, I want to drive home that we are here to support the natural growth of the community. Is that correct, Dr. Schroyer?
That is correct.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So, Director Schroyer, we've had a few requests just to expound on the current engineering projects in motion, especially with highlight being offered to the I-85 sanitary sewer improvement project. Would you mind sharing a little bit more about the other engineering projects in motion to support water quality and our utility system?
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, there has been a lot of focus placed on the I-85 sanitary sewer improvement projects, but please know that we have so many projects going on. I'd be happy to highlight some of those projects for you. One of the top projects, obviously just as important, if not more important than the I-85 sanitary sewer improvement projects, is basically our PFAS mitigation project. So we have a PFAS mitigation strategies program out there basically to deal with PFAS in our water system. And please remember that water utilities such as Saguasa are passive receivers of PFAS, meaning that PFAS or Saguasa does not produce or manufacture PFAS. Instead, PFAS chemicals are present in our source waters, and those are treated to produce the drinking water. So we are working towards a due date of April 2029 to get the PFAS removed from our water system. And we're moving along at a very fast pace to do that. And this is an engineering solution, meaning it will require new equipment and process at our water plant to actually remove the PFAS from the drinking water to meet the state rules, the laws, and the federal EPA rules regarding PFAS removal. One of the first things that we're doing is a pilot program at our water plant. And the pilot program will help us understand the actual PFAS that we have in the water and will help us look at the different technologies that are used to remove the PFAS. And the information that comes out of that pilot program will help us with our design and engineering as we move forward with that. I'd like to say that the PFAS pilot program was expensive, $500,000, but I'm happy to report that we received a grant from North Carolina for $500,000 basically to perform that pilot project. So we're moving forward with that program. So Very expensive program to remove PFAS from our drinking water. Based on the size of our water treatment plant, that project can cost us anywhere from 20 to 30 million dollars to remove that. So again, we're on a fast track to meet those deadline dates of 2029 to get the PFAS removed from our drinking water. Another important project that we have out there that affects the entire service area is our lead and copper program. And that is a US EPA lead and copper program update that creates mandatory compliance for all water service providers. So keep in mind, a lot of these programs that I'm talking about today are national programs. And of course, it affects Seguasa at the same time. So this isn't a focus on Seguasa and the water and sewer. These are, again, national programs that are put together and mandated by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. So Seguasa has been working on a lead and copper program, identification program since 2022, and we're working with our engineering partners of Hazen and Sawyer on the management of this program. So this is a program that just goes on annually, if you will, for the next couple of years as we work through identifying lead service lines out there in our community. And the service line is the connection of the line between the water main and the home. So we're in process with that program as well, and that's moving along quite well for us. So that's another important project that we have going out there that affects all of our community members. Seguasa has about 6,600 water meters in total throughout our service area, and there's about 2,200 water meters in the city of Creedmoor that are 10, 15 years old. And water meters over time, as they get old, they slow down. Technologies need to be upgraded and replaced, and so we focused our efforts on a capital improvement project of $1 million to upgrade the water meters throughout the city of Creedmoor. That project will kick off after July 1st this summer when the weather's a little bit warmer, and we'll bring a contract crew in to upgrade those water meters. I don't have a timeline on that yet, but I'm sure information will be provided through our communications outlets. This was presented to the board of directors at the March board meeting in 2025. And what this project basically focuses on the water filter media that we have at the water plant. We have 5 filters at the water plant, and the media is over 20 years old, and we're going through a replacement project. Right now, we're going through a design process and creating bid specifications to put that project out for bid for construction. We're going through that process currently and hope to have those bids out, publicly bid later this summer, 2025, with construction starting this fall to get that media replaced. Now, filter media degrades over time just from use. And once we get the new media back in place, we're looking forward to improved water quality coming out of our water treatment plant. And of course, that will affect all of our communities in a positive manner.
So, Director Schroyer, some individuals may have question about what media means in reference to water quality. Will you dive into how that terminology plays a role in treating drinking water?
Sure will. Yeah. So when we talk about media, we're basically talking about um, carbon materials, filter materials. So the best way to look at this is many of us are familiar with water filters that we would buy and put in our homes under our sinks, or maybe whole house water filters. And there's usually some materials in there of different compounds, sand, carbon, activated carbon that's in there, those type of things that the water actually flows through. So if you take that example and just broaden that to a larger plant size, if you will, it's basically the same feature that's going on, just to a larger scale.
Nice. Thank you for putting that in perspective. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us about our projects in motion at Seguasa. Is there anything else you'd like to leave our guest with as far as information?
No, not today, but I just greatly appreciate the engagement with our customers today and look forward to future engagement.